Hello YouTube, this is Artemis here, and I just want to go into a replay. I wanted to make it a live battle, so I went into 2 battles accidentally, and I had a victory and a draw from that battle, and I'm sporting this new Lava Hound deck, so it seems to be doing pretty good. And as you can see, and from what I'm showing in my activity log, I wasn't expecting to go into the second one, so I'm going to go ahead and show you both of the battles. So what happened was, I started off with this. I wanted to do a live. I forgot to hit record, so sorry about that, guys. So it's not going to be a live battle. This is going to be a replay. And I got a really good starting hand. So I normally like to drop off my Lava Hound if I have at least another air troop that's not weak against the wizard. He actually dropped off a pump, so that was pretty decent. He's got a pump in his hand. I figured, that's a risky move, but my Lava Hound is a slow moving troop, so I'm not too worried. He's not too worried about it. And it's a low damage troop as well. It's when the lava pops pop out that it is more effective. But check this out. I've got 3 troops over there, all of which air units. And if he doesn't have anything to defend against air that are strong enough, like the wizard, look, he's got the ice wizard. He is sporting a Sparky Giant combo. So when those are employed, it's good to have like the tombstone that can redirect its shots and make it harder for that Sparky to hit our towers. So I dropped off the Inferno tower to take out the giant, and that's how it works. So if you see here, he hasn't even touched my Inferno tower, so it was a perfect defense. And the tombstone is misdirecting everything else. I decided to try for a 3 crown because I didn't see he had anything that could attack air. I've already cycled through all my cards in this moment. And if you notice, I haven't even used the fireball. So I have that in my back pocket if he dropped something that I hadn't noticed he had. I waited off for a little bit, but I figured, okay, I don't see anything. And about this time, he actually left the game. There was nothing he wanted to do with me. I just went at it, and that's how we got this victory here. So while I was making that video, or while I thought I was making that video, and I was fighting Marcel from Indo Alliance, I went back out and accidentally hit battle again. And when I went into this battle, so I was completely unprepared, wasn't even thinking of making this, and jumped in. And then when I looked at my cards, I say, wow, this is not a good starting hand. There's not really much I can do. So I just decide to, as you can see, pull my tombstone and start with the tombstone. I really wanted to wait that second to see which side he was going to start on so I can have my... And he zaps it. Check that out. He zaps my tombstone. So he knows what's up. He has an idea. Look, he has a tombstone of his own. His is level 6. Mine is level 5. Check it out. He's got a wizard. I drop off a good defense there. It's the Inferno Tower for the giant. His giant is level 6, so that should help me out a bit. And I've been facing 7s and 8s, so I'm not too worried about a level 6 giant. I drop in my baby dragon because it has good splash damage. It's not too weak against the wizard and not worried. So I'm going to zap these minions. So I don't want too much to go on with that. And, let the rest be. I know he has the zap. I figured he was going to use it again when I dropped off my tombstone. It didn't take too much damage, so I dropped that off as well. What I didn't expect is that he has a fireball and decides to fireball my stuff. Check that out. So I was like, oh man, I really like that card, especially when I'm up against the Sparky. It misdirects his shots before he can get to the tower, and he's got a very good, strong Sparky giant combo. Nails my Inferno Tower, and check that. Look how long it took. It took so long to take out that Sparky, those minions there. And, the 2 left took out the giant, but he did have my tower. But I know he either doesn't have the elixir or really can't defend against this strong push. So I'm hoping to take his tower here, and I do, just as the lava pops come out. And I decide to go ahead and try to fireball his wizard to see if I can get a 3 count or make him worried and get him into a more defensive posture. If I have him in a defensive posture, I think I could pull out that 3 crown. So I dropped the Lava Hound. This is more of a defensive move. I'm expecting him to drop the Sparky on the other side. He completely ignores it. So I'm like, oh no, what am I going to do? I know he's got a fireball. He's got the zap. So he could reset my Inferno Tower at any time. And I figured, oh, well, there's nothing I can do. I go into full-blown defense mode, separate my Tombstone, and drop, and waited till the wizard actually was on the tower, so he didn't take out my my minions there. And he defends quite well from my Mega Minion by dropping off the Giant. So I dropped off another one, and another Lava Hound, I'm sorry. And then for my Mega Minion just decides to follow the Giant. Check that out. So I decided to defend. I don't really want to take too much or any damage if possible to my King's Tower. So, and considering he could drop off that Sparky at any time, but he's using his Giant defensively. Check that out. It was a very good defense. It was a good idea, and he played it very well. There goes the Sparky. There's only 30 seconds on the time. Sparky is very, very, very slow. I don't think he's going to make it to my side of the arena. I still want to try to make it to his. Check that out. I dropped my Lava Hound, and I drop on top of the Sparky, my minions, and my baby D. Now look, I thought by killing these things off, I was going to be good, and even thought I was going to get the 3 crown after my baby dragon hit the wizard. I thought he was going for the middle, turned off to the left tower. If not, that would have been a 3 crown. Didn't happen, guys. Time runs out. There's not much I can do. Just stave off anything that's coming. So I wasn't too worried. And that's what happens. You got to be prepared, you know, with any hand. And check out that deck. I have to give it kudos to Alcides from Clash of Arg. He did an awesome job defending against me. So that was pretty good. So, you know, even though if you are a free-to-play player, you may see other decks out there that are really good against yours. And sometimes you get pitted against decks that you're not expected. There was a deck that I played earlier. I'm showing 3 victories from, 2 victories in a draw. And it had the 3 Musketeers. And instead of the Fireball, I was sporting the arrows. But guess what? This deck is weak against that because the 3 Musketeers totally destroys the Lava Hound. And there's not much you can do. So I had to drop in the Fireball into this deck, which brought up the average elixir cost at 3.9. But I still feel comfortable with being below that 4 elixir mark and was able to pull out a win. Alright, so that's enough. Just as wanted to drop this video. This is Artemis with Soaring Eagles. You guys clash on. Hit a like button if you want to see more videos from me. Leave any comments if you want me to try anything. Remember, I am free to play, so I'm just like you guys out there. Not a pro, just having fun. You guys go have fun and clash on.